What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How's everybody doing out there in fish tank land? This is Joseph Hardin from JH Aquatics, and it's Sunday. Time for my live stream. I'm I'm just chilling out. Sunday's my water change day, and just kind of just mellowing out and staying out of trouble, staying low key. My phone went off a minute ago. I'm like, no, I'm not answering that right now. Not right now. Let's see. Let me pull up the chat. It's over here, just buried. Candy Overhauls, how are you? Good to see you in here. Elena, first the chat. Welcome to the stream. Mr. B's, Fish and Things, DPK. Hope you're doing well. I had no idea that you had Taino blood. That's pretty interesting, actually. It's awesome that you popped up in here. Yeah, no, Taino blood is very, very strong here in the Caribbean, obviously. And I have had the opportunity to work with archaeologists, actually. I've been paid to be like labor on archaeological digs and stuff for like $20 an hour or whatever, but you're getting to work with the real deal people, and you know, you're getting paid too. So I've had some fun with that, and so I kind of understand the culture and the history of the Taino and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really cool. We'll have to chat about that some more. I saw those posts you put up on Instagram about the Taino Indians, which were like for other people who don't know, the Taino Indians were like the original inhabitants of the Caribbean basin, which came up from the Amazon and made their way up through the Antilles and up through the Amazon, up through the Caribbean chain, and made their way all the way up to Puerto Rico, and probably farther than that in the Arawak. But Taino and the Arawak are definitely different. And then there's the Siboney. There's a lots of different kind of different tribes, but they all originated from the Amazonian Indians in South America. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. I'm chilling. I'm drinking coffee. I need more coffee. I'm just gonna keep drinking coffee. And yeah, I tried to film some stuff before this, so it always puts me in a crunch because I'm running around trying to put the lights and the cameras all back in a different spot so that I can live stream. But you know, the struggle is real. So I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I got a couple things that have been going on. I got some news, I guess, a little bit of news. Not really like the official #FishFam news, but I've got stuff that's been going on. I had a little bit of a fail recently, which is kind of a bummer, with some shrimp. I don't consider myself to be like a professional, you know, livestock shipper, but I sent some shrimp out to somebody, and like 4 out of 12 survived, which is really a bummer. I know it's the time of the year, but I really can't even use a heat pack because they'll cook before they get out of the Caribbean. So I'm in an odd situation. It's just the wrong time of year. I think I'm going to hold back. Just refund him his money and hold back until the weather's better, because I sent him really nice shrimp, so it was a real bummer to have them like all die. So, and they're healthy shrimp, so I don't know that it was, you know, that's a lot of shrimp. Is either temperature or something on my end. That's a lot of shrimp to just drop off that quickly. Like, you know, I don't know. It was clean water, nice clean water. Oh, let's see. Alluring Betas, how are you? The Cove, welcome to the stream. One of my Patreons, along with Candy Overhauls. Daryl Dimmer, you made it. Daryl had some stuff going on. I didn't know if you were gonna make it, but that is awesome. I'm just chilling out. I'm enjoying the chat with you guys today because I don't know. I'm just kind of laying low, and I feel like I always have to have something like set up, something going on, like a subject matter, which I really do enjoy. But I think sometimes it's nice to just mellow out, and I'm trying to pay more attention to the chat rather than just rambling on about something nervously or something like that. So, Sharpies Models and Aquatics, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Reels Tanks, what is up, man? So yeah, it was an unfortunate thing with those shrimp, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Dwayne Kitchell, how are you? What's up? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. So I don't know if it shows up below here, but I finally got my Teespring merchandise linked with my channel, so it should be like showing up below. I don't know if anybody can see that. That was something that I haven't had a chance to like see for myself. If my stuff's being my Teespring t-shirts are showing up like in a banner underneath of my video. I don't know how it goes, but I went through the whole thing, and I had to have all my products. You have to be like individually approved by YouTube. I have to kind of clear it, so I had to wait for all that to happen. So as far as I know, I should have some kind of a little banner or something up. But anyways, let's see. I have sold a couple of the shirts. It's nice that people are enjoying them, because there's I don't know. There's not a lot for me to do to make money right now. I have my dried botanicals and things like that, but I am trying to get the funds to make it to the good old Aquashella. And it would have been fine if I had this carpentry job. It's really a bummer that I lost that carpentry job, that I got laid off. Very much a bummer. Kind of changed everything. But in the end, I will be at Aquashella no matter what. I'm probably going to end up having to crash in a hotel with someone else, probably. I mean, I have a room reserved, but I don't... It's almost like if money is that tight, I don't know that I want to spend that much money just on a hotel room. That's a big chunk of money. So we'll see. I'd rather like do something else with that money, or at least, or give it, share, give some of the money to, split with somebody else, something like that. Anyways, we'll see what happens. I still have some time, and I still have a room reserved for sure. I don't know why they got flagged, but TPK, yeah, okay, cool. Thank you, Candy. Probably Candy got that one there. Anyways, what else is going on? Oh, I have some camera footage here. Not footage, but I have my... I have another camera hooked up right now. It's in the kitchen on my Nano Blue Tetra with all of the fry, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys that in just a little bit. And then I was gonna, it's cool, nerdy, but it's not like a really pretty shot. So I want to show you guys those Nano Blue Tetras just for a minute, and let you get a glimpse of all the fry, and the fact that they're colony breeding, and the parents and the fry are all chilling out in the same tank. And I just want you to see like how much mulm and stuff I have going on in there. And then I wanted to move the camera down here so you can check out my my really green tank here that I have at the bottom. That I have, like, I think I counted yesterday 18 different species of plants, of live plants in there. That's like my little garden tank, and there's literally 2 guppies in there, but it's a nice, it's my fun tank for plants, I guess. Priscilla MK Arts, how are you? Good to see you here, and I look forward to seeing you at Aquashella. It's going to be a fun weekend. So if you saw the thumbnail, I am definitely going to be at Aquashella, and I am definitely supporting the Fish Fam. The hashtag Fish Fam community. I've always supported the Fish Fam community, and recently we've kind of had like the creation of Fishtuber, hashtag Fishtubers, or the Fishtubers, whatever, Fishtube, and that was actually created by Kasha. As far as I know, she kind of came up with that, Kasha from Creative Pet Keeping, and so a core group of content creators that at the Aquatic Experience last year kind of finally came together, realized we really need to create something solid to be at these different conventions and be at these events and support our whole niche all together as a group, as a family, and stuff like that. So it's finally really coming together, and the booth that we're gonna have at Aquashella is pretty big. It's one of the largest individual booths of the whole convention. We are technically, and we are literally a centerpiece within the event. We're not off on the side, we're not in the corner, we're not on a back wall or something. We are in the very middle, right next to right in the center of everything. And it's literally 6 booths all together in one big chunk. So it's I've seen the floor plan, and I'm working on the lighting. So all of this lighting that you see back here behind me, my LED up lights, and I have my light board over here, and I have some different like dimmer packs and just lighting equipment. I'm going to be donating my lighting equipment to the for the event, and looking at kind of trying to fund some other stuff within the Fishtube community to get some other lighting so that we can just really be very professional looking at this event. It's going to be pretty big, and like I said, we're going to be a centerpiece, so I don't want the booth to look rough. I mean, it's not that it's going to at all. Kasha is a really creative person, and she's pretty much doing this. She's like the creative director of the booth, so she's been doing a lot of work on that. So if you have like really any information, you have any questions, especially when it comes to there's a couple of meetings. Daryl Dimmer, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. I really appreciate that so very much. Flynn's Fish Forum, how are you? Welcome to the chat. It's good to see you here. I don't get you here very often, but I appreciate you popping in. I'm looking forward to going to Chicago, definitely, if I can. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully things financially are better by then, and that's as long as finances are fine, I'm definitely going. So what was I getting at? Kasha from Creative Pet Keeping. If you want like times and informations, there's gonna, informations. She's put out a video that has the times for some of the meetups. There's going to be some official kind of after hours, even meetups with YouTubers, content creators at the booth, like before the event even starts. So if you go to her, I don't know the times for sure, but I believe there's a time on Friday, and then there's another meeting on Saturday. So everybody's going to be doing their own thing. There's no real organization in regards to that. Everybody is there for their own reasons, doing their own thing and all that good stuff, but there will be some set times when we can all kind of come together for like some photo ops and stuff like that, get the whole group together at once. Of course there'll be the dinners at night and stuff, but when it comes to the convention and the meeting, the actual meetings at the booth, there's some special times. Check up with Creative Pet Keeping on that. And then Rob from Philip Aquatics did a lot last year, and he's doing a lot this year. Again, he's actually really putting a lot of his personal, I think he's putting his own personal funds and time and energy into this to help organize this. And it's a community thing. So, like for me, I'm not getting paid anything. I'm bringing my lights just because I want to kick it up a notch. I kind of want to do what I can to kind of, to donate, to help out, to help make it even nicer. It's going to be a really fun event. There's going to be a lot of people there. So what was I getting at? What was my next subject matter? I don't know. I'm losing it today. I'm just enjoying the fact that I have coffee. I've been doing a lot of website work as my primary form of income right now for other websites and social media and stuff. So I'm spending a lot of time in front of my computer, which I have learned because I have been spending so much time in front of the computer that you really actually have to get away. Like every 2 to 3 hours, I have to just get up and walk away from the desk. Even just take a walk down the street. Wichita Falls Fish Keeper, thank you so much for the $30 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, for the hotel fund. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm hustling hard. I've actually been even doing some like drone photography and stuff like that for some friends, because I have the equipment. I have a lot of stuff I don't even use to film in my content in regards to, I have up above me right past the camera here, there is a 650 millimeter wingspan drone that I built from scratch, all carbon fiber. There's a racing drone up there, both hanging from the ceiling. I have a Phantom under the desk here, but like really the those kinds of shots, it's like 15 seconds of a video. It's not a real big thing. It's a cool shot, but like you can't make a whole video unless it's just some like played to music or something, some montage of beautiful scenes. Yeah, GoPro, the drone footage isn't all that it's cracked up to be in the end. For more coffee, DPK, thank you so much. Yeah, I want to catch up with you. I'm gonna catch up with you about the Taino stuff. And I don't know where you're located, actually, DPK. I don't know where you are located in the United States. There's a lot of Puerto Rican blood. A lot of Puerto Ricans have Taino blood because that's kind of where the Taino Indians ended up in the end. They made their way up through the Caribbean chain, and you had what was considered like the royal, was the classic Taino, as they called it, in Puerto Rico, and they were like more the royalty. And by the time they got up there, they had like learned how to make really nice like clothing and pottery, and so like they really were decked out. They were well dressed. they had nice pottery and stuff. But the farther you go down the chain, the more primitive they are, and the more simple. You know, all their pottery and their tools and stuff are a lot more primitive. He says, I prefer airbrush. I used to do some airbrush back in the day. When am I, Priscilla, you're asking me, when am I going to be there? I am going to come early. Thanks to Jordan, I got a standby ticket, so I'm going to be coming in early for safety. Plus, I need to come in early for setting up lights. Rob will be there on Monday. I'm probably going to come in on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to have to. I need to talk to Jordan about that, Mr. Alluring Betas. We're going to have to figure this out. But because I'm going to have, yeah, I'm not going to talk about it all on camera. But yeah, I'm going to have to come in early. I'm going to come in early on probably Thursday or something like that, at least, because Friday morning there's a meetup, so I want all the lighting to be set by Thursday night, so that when we all meet up together on Friday morning or afternoon or whatever it is, whatever time it is, the booth needs to be like popping and ready to go. And Kasha's got like some games she's come up with. There's going to be like games at the booth, and there'll be like a signing table. There'll be another table. I believe Priscilla's going to be doing art live. I'm leaking all the good juicy stuff out to you guys right now. I'm getting myself in trouble. I think I already leaked out the new logo that was like in a private group, and I wasn't supposed to leak it out, but I did. Or something. Nobody complained about it really, but I pulled it down because nobody else was doing it yet, so I figured maybe I was just jumping the gun. But it's gonna be a really cool booth. It's gonna be very big. I like how we're gonna actually have like a YouTube like couch set up for live streaming, like behind another curtain, so it's gonna be like its own little room. That'll be cool. So you'll be able to like schedule a time and do a live stream or something, and go in there, sit at the table, do a live stream on your channel probably, as far as I know, and then like interview somebody, have some guests on the couch with you, some other channels and stuff. I don't know. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be the coolest YouTube fish related thing I think ever in the United States, to be completely honest. I mean, it's gonna be cool. No spoiler alerts. No spoiler alerts. It's gonna be fun. And like I said last week, you're gonna have all the big names are gonna be there. I believe Joey's doing a talk. Corey's gonna be doing a talk. I just found out for sure Chris Lukaup from Germany will be there as well. He wants to come and see the shrimp competition. And then, you know, that shrimp competition is going to be pretty awesome. There's 50 tanks, 50 different spots for that shrimp competition. And Lucas Bretz is one of the judges, as well as Rob from Flip Aquatics. And there's a third judge, and I can't think of his name because I didn't know him before. I don't know him. I don't know the guy. I don't know the guy. We're over here. We got a conversation going on about doing art. I see everybody's chatting about art. I used to paint a lot. I used to do a lot of art, like on paper and on canvas, like painting and carving stone. It's actually my favorite thing. I love to carve stone. I just need a shop for that. That can be really messy. A lot of dust when you're carving stone, and you kind of have to have the right space. I wouldn't do it in my apartment. But when I was a kid, my dad is an artist as well, so I had a nice little workshop, and I could just grind away on stone and carve I loved carving animals out of stone. I thought it was always cool to like take a piece of stone and carve it into something that looks like it's alive, you know what I mean? Like to take a piece of stone and make it look and give it life. That was always a cool thing to me. Let's see. I'm so totally trying to focus on the chat because everybody's been giving me stuff about not paying attention to the chat. So I'm trying to just like give you guys my time and just chill out and check out the chat for once and not worry about having some major subject matter to talk about. King Lee, how are you? It's gonna be nice to see you as well. Thank you, D from down the wormhole. And you had hit on something too. Your whole subject, like you brought it up at the end of the video of your stream, what the subject of your stream was about. And you were kind of asking the question, like, what do you do for the hobby? And I was thinking about that, and I'm like, that's kind of like, sometimes I make videos that, like I did a video today on tying Anubias to driftwood. Like, I'm sure most of us out there know how to tie Anubias to driftwood with string, but not everybody, and there's a lot of new people, and I feel like when I make that kind of content, I feel like that's people, you know, might wonder why are you making a video like that? Everybody already knows that or whatever, but there are people out there honestly that don't know that, and like that's one way that I can contribute. That's one thing that I've always loved about YouTube before I was ever a creator on the platform. You can come to YouTube and you can learn something. I think educational stuff is probably one of the hugest parts of YouTube besides just straight entertainment stuff. So I don't know, I feel like that's how I give back, especially with my channel, and that's how I can give back with the hobbies, by having this channel and making these videos and making the, you know, the videos that I make on the side on like little tutorials and stuff. Like I know that a lot of you can know how to tie a plant to a stick, but some people haven't, and there's little tips and tricks and little things that I do that you probably may have never done or something or whatever, and you might be able to learn something new maybe. Anyways, but that's my way of giving back. But I get what she was getting at with her stream, and I really I think that we all should kind of do that a little bit, you know. I think it's one of those hobbies where we do that. You know, we kind of try to help each other out and support each other rather than like tear each other down. You know, give each other advice and try to help the next generation of fish keepers be good fish keepers for the fish's sake and for the sake of the hobby as well. Eric B, are we talking about Eric? Are we talking about Eric B? Eric Bodrock? Is that what we're talking about there? Eric Bodrock, Mr. B? Sorry for being quiet here. I'm sitting just trying to get caught up on the chat and check out what everybody is saying. Jordan is eating Filipino food. There you go. I'm caught up on the chat. Anyways, 44 of you hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I don't know if you guys see this t-shirts or not. I don't know. I'm gonna shove some stuff out here just for a second for the fun of it, real quick, and then we're gonna take a look at these nano blue tetras for sure. I wanna show you guys that. But I got the t-shirts here. Alluring Bait is, thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. I appreciate that. So these are just a couple of the shirts. It's fun stuff. Some of it's kind of fun. I was trying to have fun with it. This is one of my favorite ones. Fish keeping solves most of my problems. More tanks solve the rest. I think that's great. I don't know. I kind of like it. I want to buy one of each of them for myself, but I can't afford that either. So I wouldn't be selling them if I could afford one of each of them for myself. I want a couple of them just to like wear them to the aquatic experience, you know, just to have them and kind of promote them as well, but just to have something cool like the Fish Nerd. I like that one too. Props to Jason from Jadron Aquatics for his Fish Nerd wrap. That was pretty sweet. If you guys haven't seen that, check that out. Jadron Aquatics. Carradina University, that's one of my favorite. Blackwater University, that's a fun one too. Anyways, cool stuff. I think some of it's cool. Check it out on the Teespring campaign there that I've got going on. And I got my t-shirt. Anyways, so besides that, let's go ahead and check it out. Let's just get on this and stop wasting time, and I'm gonna show you guys my nano blue tetras. And this is live in the other room right now. I'm surprised that the cat hasn't attacked this camera yet, especially since it's got motorized pan and tilt on it. I'm surprised she's sleeping over here on the couch. If I don't move, I'm good. Anyway, so you can see the larger ones in there are the adults. Now, if the light hits them just right, you're going to actually see the blue metallic. So they're not just like straight up like blue metallic, like on like a neon tetra or something like that. But when the light hits them at like a 45-degree angle, it is a beautiful little pop that you get off of them. And when they're in a big school and they're all swimming the same way and that happens, like you get that reflection from all of them, which is really nice as well. But if you do catch any blue on them, that is real. That's not that's the real deal. You'll catch it every once in a while. Anyways, but the smaller ones there, anything that's not that like adult looking size, those are all fry. So it might be a little overexposed maybe, but you can definitely see the smaller fish in there, and those are all the fry. Now they start out in the hornwort at the top of the tank. There's hornwort and there's duckweed at the top, and they really like that. The fry do anyways. So they start out as like little shards of glass, and they spend the beginning of their life in the duckweed and in the hornwort, or stuck to the glass even, just eating infusoria and things like that. And speaking of infusoria, if you take a look at the bottom of the tank, you see all of that detritus. That's all Indian almond leaves, just broken down over time. This tank, if you check out an old video that I have, I wish I had a card for it set up, but there is an aquascape, probably the last aquascaping video that I did of like an aquascape kind of walkthrough tutorial thing, was this tank. And from the side, it looked really cool. As I darkened it up with a bunch of floating plants, some of the plants that were planted in the EcoComplete couldn't make it, not enough light, but I'm not messing with the environment because it's perfect for these tetras. This is working very well. So I'm going to recreate a tank similar to this in regards to the hornwort, the detritus, and the mulm, and the leaf litter at the bottom, as well as some floating plants. Now Jesse from HC Aqua in Hawaii, he hooked me up with a couple of plants the other day, sent them to me in the mail. I really do appreciate that. It was awesome. And so I did get some red root floaters, and that's what I'm looking at working with, because the duckweed can, like, it's gonna stick to your arms, gonna stick to all your tools and equipment and nets, anything that you put into the tank. It's a little messier, and it gets so dense that the water can't kind of flow across the surface. But so, with something like red root floaters, I have a little bit more room for the water to flow in between them, and to get some circulation, as well as they're just not that messy, so I can move them around in the tank and work with stuff and just manage them a lot easier. So I'm hoping to move over and do another tank, but use red root floaters instead of the duckweed. But there's a lot of fish. I started out with 17 is what survived after they came in the end, and the adults normally stay on the other side. Now I can run in the other room real quick and feed some baby brine shrimp real quick, and we can see them eat something real quick. I just put a little bit in there, just a little bit, just to get them excited. And then now you can really see the blue, the reflection of blue off of them. There's a lot of duckweed up there above, so the light's not really coming through. If the light was not blocked, you would definitely see a lot more of this blue reflection off of them. But I like them because they're just a nice nano fish. They're gonna be awesome for like a nano aquascape tank and a nice little school with some highlight, like a high-tech tank, because you get that super bright LED like clusters or whatever shining down on those fish, and they are gonna pop. Like, that's not gonna be the right environment for them to breed, but they are definitely going to look awesome in a nice little nanoscape. So I definitely look forward to having some fun with them in a little school, like in a nice display tank once I get the colony really rich. You know, I get the genetics nice and thick, and I feel comfortable with them. But anyways, definitely gonna spread them out. I'm gonna split them up here soon enough. At least take the parents, take the fry away before I can't distinguish between the wild-caughts and the F1 generation. DPK was asking about the color intensities. No, the males and the females have pretty much the same, that same metallic blue. Now the females are going to be the ones that have a little bit more of a wider body. And the other thing you have to look at, which is you got to look really close, is the mouth. The male's teeth come out. They have more teeth. Their teeth are bigger. Especially on their bottom jaw. So you really, and that's for a fish that's this small already, like those are the adults. Like you could hide, one of those fish could hide behind a dime. They are small. So, but if you look really close, you can kind of see the mouth. But the biggest determining kind of factor, the biggest characteristic is that the females have that wider, the taller body, wider body in the center, a little more of an oval thing going on, and the males are going to be a little slimmer. But you can, once you start noticing, you really start looking at it, you'll see that the males have a little bit more of a fatter lip kind of on their bottom jaw because of more teeth. So that's usually enough to tell the difference for sure. And you can, if you just watch them for a while, you get to see their how they react between the males and the females, and you'll see a male and a female doing their own thing together, and you'll be able to definitely, when you get a male and a female separated together, you can see the difference between the two. Anyways, Amazon frog bait, that would be good too. I just knew that Jesse had red root floaters, and he'd been telling me for a while he was going to send me some plants, so I was like, that's what I want. I'll try that out. I like the roots. I like the red roots, and they hang long and low, and it just gives more space for fry to hide out in. I think it's a good place for, you know, when you're thinking about a breeding tank. Anyways, how long have I had these tetra? Now these tetra we collected in July originally. Now these tetra weren't collected in July, I'm sorry, but when we were in Peru and we collected them, it was July. So these were collected in September. At the late in the season of the collection season, they were brought back in a suitcase for me by a good friend. It's very prevalent in the hobby, and he got me 20 of them my way, and I ended up with 17 that survived. So that was in September, late September, November, and with less than a month, they were spawning. So, okay, the cat, I can see the camera just shook, which means the cat, somebody was messing with something in there. Somebody touched something. Oh, the cat's right here. That was the dog then. The dog probably hit it with his tail. Yes. All right. Well, I have another tank I want to show you, but in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on the Nano Blue Tetra for a minute. And I'm going to check out the chat. In the right conditions, I'm not sure what their lifespan would be. When we did find these in the wild, there were lots of them, but they stayed in small colonies. It seems like they prefer smaller colonies. When I say small colony, I'm saying like 7 to 14, maybe 20, maybe 30 at the very most was like the size of a colony. And then beyond that, they were just in their own little small groups, and that's how they would stay. Supposedly these fish can be intimidating towards the younger population did I say shrimp? Anyways, these fish can they kind of will keep the males will keep the other males small if they're all like, and it's not even about a tank thing. They just, like, in a colony, they will become the alphas and kind of dominate the tank until they're gone, and then the other males can kind of grow up and take their place. So that actually they'll keep them physically smaller, the other males. But so I think that's their thing. They like to stay in smaller schools. And supposedly what we've kind of come up with is that that they like to spawn in the roots of the duckweed, and they like to spawn up at the top of the water in the leaves and the plants that are overhanging and kind of creating shade and protection over the banks of these small creeks and stuff like that. And that's where we were finding them anyways. But that's been the rumor from other people in the past that have tried to breed them. But I consider this pretty successful, seeing how I really didn't have to do any. I mean, I had to set up the tank right. We're not sure still whether or not they actually spawn in the leaf litter and then they make their way up the glass and then hide out in the stuff at the surface. So we still don't know for sure. And I mean, we don't know for sure. They're so small, it's hard to know. Butterfly Creek. There was a couple of spots where we found them, but Butterfly Creek, I believe, was one of the locations. We definitely found them there. I remember one little spot at that location where they were just all over the bank, and they kind of hanging out right at the edge of like some grass and plants that are hanging over, and they're just kind of hide out in the shade underneath those leaves and stuff like that. But the tannins aren't really high in this tank. I mean, there's definitely some tannins because there's some leaf litter in here. But I do enough water changes just to keep the TDS down that I'm actually reducing the tannins in the water. What I'm looking to accomplish with the leaf litter in this situation is infusoria and microorganisms at the bed, at the bottom of the tank. So, as a place for these fry to find food, their first foods, because they start out as like they're literally living off of infusoria in the beginning. So I'm gonna add more leaf litter to this tank eventually. First, I'm gonna actually like clean it out and kind of do a restart, pull all the F1 generation out of the tank, and kind of like not flush the tank out, but like move the plants around. Trim everything up a little bit, and I'm not gonna mess with this mulm. I'm not sucking it up. I'm not messing with it. Just so y'all know, it's gonna stay that way. I'm just gonna add more leaf litter on top of it, and that's how I'm gonna do it. And what will happen is the microorganisms that are living in this mulm right now, they're just gonna carry themselves right over onto the next leaves and create and start breaking that down. Plus it's like the first batch of leaves that you put into a tank, you might get some different like water funguses and stuff on them. But once you've created a bacterial bed like this with this base mulm and stuff, the next leaf litter I put in there won't fungus like that, because all of these other basically the nitrogen cycle is there now. So all these other microorganisms will just take over these leaves and start breaking them down before any kind of like water fungus or anything like that would actually happen on the leaves. So I like dirty tanks. I keep the glass clean so you can see them, but I like dirty tanks because I think a lot of fish like dirty tanks. I mean, and dirty in a good way. There's definitely can be a bad way, but I think that mulm is a good thing, and it has its place and purpose. And there's definitely different kinds of tanks. That's the thing too. Like I have a nice little aquascape tank, which I'll show you in a minute. But there's a difference between a breeding tank. The tank next to this one, there's nothing in it. It's just a bare bottom tank there's plants. I always put plants in my tanks, but it's just a glass tank. Thank you, Dwayne. No, I appreciate that, man. We were all there, and you know what we went through. So it's nice to have it come to fruition, and to have a population in captivity, especially with all the hard work, all the wet, nasty, muddy, hard work it took to get to these fish in the first place. And those are memories that we will never never forget. Those are good times, lots of good times. I had fun. I'd love to do more of that in the future. I'd love to be able to facilitate that financially somehow, but I would love to be able to do that kind of stuff and share it with you guys. That is like my true dream, is to get to go and see other biotopes, other places around the world, and be able to just share it. Like, that's half of it. The opportunity for me to film it, kind of, and be able to save it and share it with other people. That makes it so much more enjoyable than to just go and do it. And I'm the only one that's got the memories. I can only one that can visually remember it. That's a bummer. That's kind of like, it's almost like, that's not a waste of the trip, but that's just not how I look at things. I'd want it to like last forever. It's got to be on film. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on there for a minute, and I'm gonna check out the chat. Priscilla, you're asking me this question. One of my favorite salty fish. Now, I like brackish water fish. So, but when it comes to saltwater fish, I don't know. I like clownfish. I'm not really much into salt. My father definitely is. I grew up with the fish, so I grew up around them. I'm more into coral. Okay, for me personally, I'd want like a coral, just a reef tank. Not so much about the fish. That's for sure. I like invertebrates still, so I'd want to have like little shrimp. I'd want to have like a saltwater reef tank with shrimp. Like, that's kind of more what I'm into. I'd rather have like I do with my plants in this tank I'm about to show you. I'd just rather have like a nice collection, like a flower bed or like a garden of different corals. Like, that's cool to me. And it will happen eventually when I live in a place with a little bit more reliable electricity. I will definitely be doing a saltwater tank. It's just the right time and the right place. It's about, just for me, it's part of it's about being responsible and doing it responsibly, and not trying to just push something when the time's not right and then end up killing fish or coral and wasting money and killing animals, destroying life. That's not kind of how I want to do. That's a bummer. That's how people get out of the hobby too. Let's see. Yeah, that was definitely a fun trip. I'm definitely going to be going. I know it'll happen again. I know I'll be back in South America, probably somewhere different, maybe. Peru is nice. I'd prefer to check out northern Peru and like the Amazon. That would be nice as well, because like the actual Amazon. We were in tributaries and other smaller waterways and higher elevations with cooler temperatures. So there's definitely some cool fish to be found there. But you get into the Amazon, and that's where you're going to find your discus and your angelfish and stuff like that, and your larger catfish, and the freshwater rays and stuff like that. So I wanted to run around and go move this camera over real quick to the other spot. Hey there, Guy. What's up? Joel, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could pop in for a second on a Sunday. 42 people watching. Super cool. Let me just totally be goofy. I'm going to run and move this camera real quick for the fun of it, because I want to get let you check out the other tank. These blue tetras are awesome. They were fun to collect, and I will definitely keep you guys posted on these guys and let you know everything, how it goes. And it would be so awesome if we could get enough of these going on. I want to send some back to Dean Tweedell, a couple other people that I know are just gonna, I think I wanted to get some to Lucas, and want to let these kind of build up some populations maybe of them, and then they can actually be available for some people in the United States. That'd be cool to see if we could, get these spread out a little bit. I don't want to just keep them to myself. That's not how I roll. So let me go ahead and move the camera real quick, and I'm going to show you guys. I'll leave you guys on these nano blue tetra for a second while I go. Oh, I guess I'm going to move the camera on you. So yeah, that's not going to work. So let me move it back. 1 second. Oh, yeah, I get to move things around for a minute. Alright. And it's totally blown out. So let me go check the exposure real quick for y'all. And get this cleaned up so that it looks a little bit better and not so overexposed. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. I'm gonna go with that for now because that's safe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, there we go. Bam. That's the other tank. It's still kind of out of focus, isn't it? Kind of a bummer. Let's see. Anyways, that's the other tank. This is just something I want to share with you guys just for the fun of it. This is my fun tank. It's kind of like a mixture of plants. It's a little bit out of focus, but I'm just gonna go with it and not waste some time. So I was confused. I'm kind of starting to think that this is kind of some kind of a dwarf Sagittaria here in the back that's kind of like spaghetti noodles. I always thought that the stuff here up here in the front, this shorter grass that's not in the very, very front, but in the middle of the tank right there, I always thought that was dwarf Sag. But maybe I just don't know my plants. I don't claim to know all of my plants. Things are just a little blown out here, but I do have a mixture of Bucephalandra and some little Anubias Nanopetite, as well as, let me move my camera over here, and you can see that I have on the left hand side, I got some nice crypts as well as some Sterogen Ripens around in the front, and this grass here in the front is really starting to spread out. But I don't know, I enjoy it. It's a fun little tank, and it's just like my collection tank when it comes to my plants. And it doesn't, you know, obviously there's so much filtration because of the plants. I don't have to worry about I don't have an algae problem in there. I do probably a little bit regular water changes, and I fertilize this tank and dose it with stuff, so I don't do CO2 on it or anything. But it's definitely, it's kind of the fun tank because it's not a lot of work because of all the filtration from the plants. I don't have to worry about any kind of algae or anything. I have red cherry shrimp in here, and they clean up algae as well. And there's not like a big bio load. There's just 2 fish in there. So it's a fun tank for that. And I don't know. I like it. I can come and stare at it and watch the plants kind of spread. And the one thing I've noticed with grasses is a lot of grasses take a lot longer to kind of just get comfortable. That's the key, is like they'll even, like the stuff that I have in the back right there actually kind of like melted off completely. I thought it was gone. I thought I'd never see it again, and then it just came back. And it's just, you know, it's one of those things where especially with grasses, I've noticed stem plants are a little bit different, but grasses can be a little bit more finicky, and they'll melt, and then if you just leave them alone, they'll start, you know, they got to get established in the soil, and then before you know it, they just go nuts, and they're sending runners off everywhere, and it's a crazy mess. And that grass in the back, I have to trim it back like every 2 weeks. I got to pull out runners, and so it's ending up in a lot of my other tanks now as well. I wish I could get this in focus. I don't know. That's a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, Candy Overhauls, thank you so much for everything that you're doing. I appreciate you posting out those links and stuff like that. It means the world to me. We got to get you to one of these events. I keep saying that, but we need to do that. We need to get you to one of these events soon, soon, soon. Probably Chicago. Shishi's Bubble Nest, how are you? I don't know if I said hello already. Pamela 54 Punchy, what's up? Welcome to the Sunday live stream. So this is a fun tank. I don't know. It doesn't look good on camera. Not on this camera. That's for sure. If I had it on this camera, maybe it'd be better. But it doesn't do it justice as far as I'm concerned. I'm like, no. Doesn't look that special right now. It looks better with the naked eye. The guppies, yeah, the guppies are toast. The guppies are toast. That is a pair. The female is, they're both like hunchbacked. They were offspring from Thai guppies. They're not healthy guppies as far as I'm concerned. I know that they were medicated with some pretty strong stuff, and I think pretty much the female was sterile. Just not good guppies. But I still love the animals. I'm not gonna kill them. I'm not gonna feed them to something even right now. I'm just gonna let them live out their life. So they have this tank, but not to be mean, but I'm ready to move them to a tank that I take care of, just to get them out of the way. And that's like, just let them live their life out in that tank, and then this can be available for something else. Still want to keep the bio load small, so maybe I'll do like, I don't know. I wouldn't use this as a beta sorority, that's for sure. But maybe like more of a domestic beta, just a single domestic beta, some kind of a Splendin, and just do that. I might do something like that, just to keep it more about the aquascape and the plants, but still have a fish in there that, you know, that is pretty and will contrast all the green and all the plants and stuff like that. Yeah, I could use some red plants, but the red plants, I have a little bit harder problem with that. I do dose with iron and stuff like that, but the crypts do well, and I get some nice reds and like maroons and stuff out of them. But and even my Rotella will give me some reds when it gets closer to the light. Actually, the back there in the back, that green long leaf stuff, that's the Hygrophila angustifolia, and when it gets close to the light as well, you can see in some of Lucas's tanks, when it gets close to the light, it gets nice and red. The leaves will actually start turning red and stuff too, which is pretty crazy. Is it an orange in the tank? No, that's actually a red rock, and that was kind of the purpose. It's that rock. I have a few rocks in there that are actually local to the island, but I know that they're high in iron, and so that's why it's red, and that's why they're in there. The shrimp enjoy it too, because they literally, that rock, you can see it dissolve over time. It's definitely gotten smaller, so the minerals are being released from that rock. That's kind of what it's there for, more than anything, is for the minerals for the plants and for the shrimp and stuff like that. Hello, Legacy Aquatics, how are you? Kim Fisher, welcome to the stream. Don Gallagher, what is up? Sandy Dottie, welcome to the stream. Buster, a lot of awesome people up in here in the stream. Definitely cool. Let's see how many people are watching. 46 people hanging out. Very, very cool. That is awesome. Nice to have you all here. I appreciate you taking a little time with me on this Sunday afternoon. I'm getting close to the end of the stream. Sad but true. Getting close to the end of the stream. Can anybody tell me, are the Teespring t-shirts like showing up in like a banner or something below my video? I don't know how it works, but I haven't seen it myself. I just know that I'm like connected with all that on my channel and set that all up, but I don't necessarily see it. Mary Ann, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could make it. Got me up on the big screen. Watch out. Should step back a little bit. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so I do, yes, the candy. Thank you so much. That's pretty cool. It's nice to see that that's set up. It's nice to see YouTube and Teespring coming together, kind of collaborating. It's good for content creators. And for the rest of the year, if you do have this option on your channel to do this, Amber says there's no banner. I don't know. Anyways, somehow, somewhere within my channel, they should be advertising my Teespring content. Anyways, but I'm just happy to see them coming together. It's a good thing for content creators. And what I was getting at is, for the rest of this first year that they're doing it, YouTube is giving the content creator another $1 on top of their profits that they already make, based on what kickbacks they're getting. So it's kind of, you know, there is an incentive for people to sign up for that within this first year, and you actually get another extra $1 for everything that you sell. through YouTube, on Teespring through YouTube. Under the description there's a banner. Yeah, okay. So okay, no worries. Let's see. And Dwayne has ad blocking on. There you go. It's all good. I was just curious if it's working. It's the first time. I literally got it all set up over the last 2 or 3 days, so that's pretty cool. But I got like 23 different shirt designs. Like I was saying, I got a little crazy one night, and I just went through there, and I came up with all kinds of things. Trying to come up with stuff that's kind of funny, enjoyable. I don't know. I just figured there may be something for everybody there. I don't know. Thought it'd be fun. But I do want to say thank you. I see a lot of my Patreons in here, and I don't like to make too much of a big deal about Patreon. I do appreciate it. You know, literally the money that I get from Patreon is going to help me get to Aquashella the end of the month, honestly. So I do appreciate all of my Patreons, but it's really cool when I actually see my Patreons in my stream, in my chats. Candy Overhauls, Corvus Oskin, you are definitely still one of my Patreons. I don't know if you knew that, but I'm definitely I appreciate your support so very, very much. Dwayne, let's see, who else do we have in here? Daryl Dimmer. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he had some family stuff to attend to, but he is also one of my Patreons, and I really do appreciate his support as well. We have the Cove. Cove was in here a little bit earlier as well. But I think there's some other people. I don't know. But I appreciate all of your support. It really does mean a lot to me. And as most of you know, things are really, really changing around here in my personal life. I'm about to be single. I am single, but I'm about to be living alone very, very shortly, and the cost of living and my cost of operation will go up. But to me, I don't know. I'm not going to stop YouTube. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. If anything, I have more room for tanks, and I have room to kind of expand a little bit. You know, being single and no children or anything like that, and the dog and the cat are going with her. My fish will be my main responsibility, my day job and YouTube. So the lights and stuff like that are just gonna like stay out all the time. I'm pretty much, this is gonna be a fish room / film set with a bedroom attached, and that's that. And I'm comfortable with that because I'm doing what I love, and that's the beautiful thing there too. You know, of course, it's awesome in a relationship, and you can kind of share things, share space, share responsibilities and stuff like that. But that's different. That's another story. Anyways, I'm not gonna go down that road. It's things are going to change, but it's going to be good in the end is what I'm getting at. And there'll be more time for me to do some things. I'd like to be live streaming during the weekday evenings, at least once a week, just because it's a different time. There's a lot of other people that view at that time. I got a lot of people that come into my live streams on those times that I wouldn't see here on this Sunday afternoon. So I don't want to miss out hanging out with those people as well. So I might kick it up to 2 streams a week. Like I said before, maybe make my Sunday live stream my actual #FishFamNews live stream and like do the news live. At the same time, some people don't like that. A lot of people would prefer for me to do the news as a video. So that's one reason why I've kind of been tossing up how I want to handle it, because I really like to do some news for the niche on YouTube and for the hobby worldwide. Just a nice little bit of news and things going on. But I'm just looking for the right way to handle it, the right way to do it. But definitely gonna be doing some more live streaming, and I'll just have more time to film, because when you live with someone else in a small studio apartment, it's definitely difficult when you're trying to make everything work, and you know, you want to have all your lights and cameras and wires. And when I set this place up to film, it is like a film set, and there's not really room to, it's a jungle gym. It's not really any room to walk around. You're gonna trip over a cord or something. I don't expect someone else to live with that either, but so this is a good thing. Dwayne, it's snowing there. I am sweating in this room right now because if you can see behind me, it's black, which means the blackout curtains are over the AC unit. The AC unit is off, and I'm starting to lose my voice. No, it's hot here. It's hot. It's hot. What is it outside right now? It is 81 degrees outside, and it feels like it's 92 degrees inside my apartment right now. It's snowing there. I'm sweating. You can see it right here a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just a little gleam. Just a little gleam. Anyways, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all of you that have been hanging out in this chat with me for the last hour or so. And I do want to see if I can pull up something real quick and share, just go over this. I just want to check up with all of my Patreons just real quick for the fun of it. Yeah, I just want to go over my Patreons because I really do appreciate their support. And right now, with the way things are going financially for me, it means a lot to me. You know, like I said before, I'm not all about just begging for money. I appreciate all the super chats that I got earlier today. It means so much to me. It really does. And it just goes right back in this channel, or me being able to create the content, whether it be traveling to some of these events or just buying camera equipment or an SD card or something like that, or keeping the internet on. So it means a lot to me, and it just means that I can continue to keep doing this stuff no matter what's going on. You know, I can definitely do, you know, I have my day job and stuff like that to do what I need to do, but it's nice to be able to continue to do this no matter what. But let me just go through here real quick. I just want to hit on all of my Patreons. I just want to say thank you so much, and we just go through here and just check them all out. We've got Candy Overhauls, of course, #1 moderator, like, in the fish keeping world. She rocks, super awesome. I have Captain Savage Aquatics. Thank you so much. I have Daryl Dimmer. I have Eric. We have Jesse over there, HC Aqua, Jesse over there in Hawaii. Thank you so much. I have James Hirsch, as well as Jessica Wingler, as also have Joel, Mr. Corvus Oskin. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Keith Boardley. Let's see, we have Kill Michael. Thank you so much. I have Lucas LR Bretts. Appreciate your support so very, very much. Melissa Byers. We have Michael Cohen. I also have Mike Howe from MHow9 over the Fish Barn. Thank you. I have Pax, as well as Susie over at Q Aquatics. Thank you very, very much. I have Rebecca M. We have Silence Gal Aquatics, which I saw her in this stream a little bit ago, and that's one of the people, I was like, I knew there was somebody else. Silence Gal Aquatics, thank you so very much. I appreciate your patronage and all your support. Susan from SLC Aquatics, #FishFamMom. Thank you very, very much. We have, last but not least, the Cobe. I appreciate your support as well. Thank you, all of you out there that are my Patreons. Like I said, it means so much to me, and it means extra a bunch right now with everything that's going on. And just knowing that no matter what, I'm going to make it to the aquatic, to the Aquashella in Dallas. And I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a really awesome event, and I'll do what I can to share what I can with you. There'll be a lot of content creators this year. Definitely get content no matter what. That is for sure. But I'm going to do some interviews, some #FishFamNews interviews, and I'm just happy to be able to offer my support as well with bringing my lighting and my experience all the way through. Since I was 15 years old, I've worked with lighting in high school and theater, and I've worked with film crews and stuff like that. So I have a lot of experience with lighting, so it's awesome to be able to like share that and use that knowledge when it comes to putting together something like community-wise like this, and this booth at Aquashella. And it's going to be epic. I think it's going to be really nice, and it's going to be for everybody. So definitely, if you can make it to Aquashella in Dallas, definitely come and check it out. It's going to be a really cool event. It's going to be an opportunity to see a lot of awesome freshwater, saltwater fish, as well as some awesome, crazy other animals in the Amazon room. Some awesome snakes, reptiles, arachnids, all kinds of cool artwork. And a lot of other content creators as well. Be able to mingle, meet people, talk to different companies, do whatever you want to do. There'll be some live music. Actually, we have a DJ there as well. And yeah, just come and hang out with us. It's going to be fun. So thank you guys so much for watching this. I really appreciate it. I made it to my hour mark. It's about 5 minutes over, but I just want to say thank you so much for all your support and hanging out with me on this Sunday afternoon, because you all know that you guys are really like my fish club. I stuck on this little rock in the middle of the Caribbean, and nobody else here to share my hobby with. That's one of the major reasons why I have this YouTube channel, is to be able to kind of have a way to connect and socialize and hang out with everybody when I'm stuck on this little beautiful but small little rock in the middle of the Caribbean. One other thing, keep up with me on another video. I'm heading out on a hiking trip. I'm actually going out for about 2 days, at least overnight, up into the bush, up into the mountains to look for some fish, and that's going to be a fun video. Something I've been planning for a while because I just want to make sure that it's smooth. I'm going to charge up all my batteries, take a bunch of SD cards, and I'm going to take off the backpack and go up into the hills, way up into the hills, and try to see what kind of fish I can find in the waters, a little bit higher elevation. See if there's guppies up there, anything like that. That'll be cool. So keep up with me. Keep up with the channel for that. That's going to be awesome. Let's see. So proper lighting, right? There's going to be, we're looking at some panel lighting, Joel, for the YouTube couch. There's going to be like a YouTube couch space. There's like a little room space there, and a table for the computer, laptop, or whatever. And I was just trying to make sure with Rob that we get some nice LED panels, professional lighting panels, so that that looks just pro there. And then these lights will be behind the YouTube couch, kind of up lights behind the YouTube couch. And then I'm looking at also investing in, just, not me personally, but getting the booth itself, or Rob for his other events, trying to get someone to donate or incorporate 4 more LED up lights. And then we'll have, like, that's enough. It'll look good. It'll definitely kick it up a notch, and it'll be nice little event. Ron over there at Friday Fish Facts, welcome to the stream. I'm about to get out of here, but thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. Zoe Kitty, how are you? All right, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'm gonna go clean some more fish tanks. It's Sunday. It's what I need to do. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to all my Patreons out there. Thank you to all of you that have purchased a t-shirt or anything like that, or check out my dry botanicals over there at getgills.com, which you can find through jhaquatics.com as well. Thank you again, Candy, for all of your support and throwing out the links. I do appreciate that. But I'm gonna go enjoy my Sunday. I say you go enjoy your Sunday as well. Get out of the house, go enjoy the sun. Once again, I realize it's not probably sunny where you are, but I don't know, just stay away from the computer for a minute. Do something with some family. Enjoy your peeps, enjoy your people. I think a lot of us can spend a little bit too much time staring at our phone and scrolling through the apps, but it's nice to, you know, Sunday's a good day to just relax and enjoy your family, enjoy your people around you. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you seeing you around, Mr. Joel, Mr. Korvers-Oskin. I appreciate you for popping in for a little bit. And Daryl Dimmer, I'm glad that you could make it, because I knew that you were kind of busy. I didn't know that you were going to be able to make it or not. It's 12 degrees. I know. I got to just, I'm sitting here sweating right now, and it's hard for me to get it. I'm sorry. I realize you guys are all freezing up there. Sorry. I try to put myself in your shoes, but it's difficult when I have like sweat running down my t-shirt right now, and I got this nice glistening glow going on over here. I need powder. I need makeup. All right, Dwayne, you take care. I appreciate you popping in. So thank you guys all for your support. I appreciate it all. I really, really do. I appreciate you guys popping in the stream on this Sunday afternoon. Look forward to some new stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. Probably after Aquashella, things are totally going to change on my channel, because I'm just going to have more time and space and mental energy, because I just will. I will be freed up. So thank you guys for popping in. I appreciate it. And it's so hard to leave, because every time I go to say goodbye, somebody else pops up. Kasha, how are you? I have sent a few people over to your channel to check out the video that you put out earlier this last week in regards to Aquashella, because I didn't memorize those times, but you do have a couple of times in one of your videos there. Go check out Kasha from Creative Pet Keeping. She put a video out in regards to some of the meetups, because there's going to be some really cool meetups that are going to go on a couple of days. I think one on Friday. She can maybe even put that in the chat. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here, Kasha. But I'm glad that you popped in, because I was just like kind of just rambling about Aquashella, not trying to give away too many secrets, just trying to pump things up and let people know that there's some really awesome, cool stuff going on, and that you have been very creative and done a lot with putting this booth together. And it's going to be a really, really fun event, and it's going to be like, it's going to top it off for the fish keeping community on YouTube. Like, this going to be the biggest thing that we've ever kind of done, and I know it'll get bigger in the future. But just cool stuff going on. Who else do we got here? Ray's Aquaria. How are you? She's also been working on this project too. Ray has been doing some awesome stuff in regards to pulling some of this stuff together, and I have to say that I totally it's just awesome to see everybody coming together as a community to make some of this stuff happen, because that's what it is. It's a community, you know, and it's just gonna be a fun event. I can't wait. I've been hearing some rumors about some games or something that are going to go on at the booth, and that'll be fun. And yes, you are all late. Anyways, this will be fun. It'll be fun stuff. But so check out Kasha's video that she did not too long ago. Like I said, there's some meetings that will be coming up during that event. Like, so it's going to be like the best time for like a photo op when everybody can come together and have like an official kind of like content creator meeting. But besides that, everybody's just going to be coming and going and doing their own thing at the booth for the most part. I think some people will be signing some stuff. I know we'll have like posters and some t-shirts and stuff like that. Like I said before, I think Priscilla's going to be doing some artwork live, maybe, is what the rumor that I heard, and I can't wait for that. That'll be fun. And the couch, the YouTube couch will be fun. And I like the TV. The way we did the TV at Aquashella, that was really, really, I'm sorry, the Aquatic Experience in New Jersey, that TV, that's really cool because people will be able to walk by and they can actually see the live stream happening like in the room, kind of, so there'll actually be like a real space to do it. And then, but people walking by will actually be able to see this happening, which will be cool. I just think it's fun. I think it's fun. It's cool to see everybody coming together, and I just want to say thank you to all of you out there that are like helping to make this happen. Ray, we have everybody that's kind of helped. Kasha and Ray and Joel. I don't know if you were involved in this or not. If you get it on the creative process, but it's just gonna be nice to come in a little bit early and help set up and kind of be ready for it. Let's see. I'm supposed to get out of here, and now it's hard to leave. All the cool people, not all the cool people, but all the people that I was just talking about are here now. So it's kind of like, anyways. I know that Ray just put out a video too about Aquashella as well, so you can go check that out. I'm looking at doing an interview with her, kind of just a little bit of a hype for Aquashella beforehand. I don't know, one of these weeks we're going to do it, probably on a Wednesday evening is what I'm thinking. We'll actually do a little interview so that just go over Aquashella and talk about some of the cool things that are going to happen there. Yep, it's definitely a collective community effort. There's a lot of people that kind of come together with it and to make it all happen. And I just appreciate it because it's cool, and it supports the hobby all together. It supports all the content creators all together, because by us like having that face and being literally like a centerpiece in this convention, we're going to be right in the center, like epicenter of everything going on. So people will not be able to miss the booth. Like I said, it's one of the largest booths, individual booths there, besides like stages and different events that are going on there, like the shrimp competition and stuff. So it's gonna be an opportunity for the businesses there as well, for people that are business minded in regards to their content and their channels. It's gonna be a way for us to say, hey, we are influencers. We do influence the community and the hobby, and people watch, you know, hundreds of thousands and millions of people between all of us, millions and millions of subscribers and viewers are watching our content. And you know, we do have, not that we have power, but we, you know, what we say, if we review a product, if we don't like it, people are actually going to see that and take that seriously. So I think it actually, by us being put on display a little bit in this convention, these companies can realize that we are beneficial to their business in many different ways. and that we are truly quote unquote influencers, and we do influence the hobby with the content that we make. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. This is definitely a different, another step for content creators within our niche. And there's gonna be a lot of cool different products there. It's a good place to geek out. It's gonna be fun. Anyways, I should probably get out of here. I do want to say thank you for Ray for popping in, and Kasha from Creative Pet Keeping. I appreciate you popping in. So many people, Joel, Corvus Oskin, as well as Ron from over there at Friday's Fish Facts, Chris from Multi-Tank Addiction. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Mrs. B in the house. Good to see you here as well. Awesome. And Multi-Tank Addiction, thank you so much for that $10 super chat. I really do appreciate that. That is awesome. I appreciate your super chats from last weekend. That was awesome too. And yeah, it's all going towards the hotel fund at this point. I have a room reserved. I do have some friends that I've been trying to talk. I'm trying to get into another room, and then I can save my money and eat. So we'll see if that works out. If not, I do have a room to reserve, and I'll have to go ahead and get that room, but I almost don't even want to spend my money on that at this point. I'd like to actually try to put that money back into my stomach, honestly. Yeah, to eat while I'm there. Anyways, Carbon, really good to see you here. I saw you a little bit earlier. Sorry if I didn't say hi earlier. All right, Raleigh from Fish Keeping Jamaica. How are you? Good to see you here as well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and let you guys go enjoy your Sunday. I appreciate all of you being here. Like I've said before, it's so hard for me to get off because it's like I'm gonna go back to being on my little island and playing with my fish tanks by myself. Squad up, what's up? Aquarium Monsters, how are you? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to doing water changes all by myself. And that's just the life I live for. You know, it's the price I pay for living in paradise. So no one's gonna feel very sorry for me right now when it's 82 degrees outside. So I'm not gonna get much sympathy, and I get that. It's okay. Anyways, all right, you guys, it's like 18 past the hour. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna let this roll a little bit longer, like Haley has told me to do from Oddball Aquatics, because I guess I cut off the end of my stream because I disconnect too early. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop out of here. I'm gonna throw you guys back to a Snether screen and whatever. I'm just gonna try to do it a little differently so that I don't cut the end of my show off like I keep doing. But yeah, all right, Priscilla MK Arts, you have a good one. Carson from Aquascaping 101, hello, how are you? I'm gonna have to do like a 2-hour stream one of these nights because everybody keeps coming in after at the end of the stream, and it makes it so hard to leave. Dan Slee, how are you? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything, and I will see you guys next weekend. So I'm gonna get out of here, and remember, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.